It is time now for the Sweetheart program, brought to you today by Hereford Feed Ingredients.
Robert Hooten is celebrating his 90th birthday on July the 12th. He was born in Seattle, Washington in 1928 to George and Cleo Hooten. His mother's parents also lived in Seattle. When Robert was only 6 months old, he was introduced to Ford Motor Company by taking a long trip to Arkansas, where they were moving in a Ford coupe. Of course, you realize later in his life, much later, Ford Motor Company would become so important to Robert Hooten, as he was the Ford dealer here in Muleshoe for many years. Robert was reared in Quitman, Arkansas, with 3 sisters. Juanita Barefoot lives in Scottsdale, Arizona, and his other 2 sisters are deceased, Geneva Davis and Nina Ruth Dobbins. After graduating from Quitman High School, he went to Teachers College in Conway, Arkansas, and graduated there. Then Robert went back to teach at Quitman High School math and girls basketball. After 2 years, he joined the U.S. Army in 1951, and while stationed at Fort Bliss, he met Maureen Wilterding, who originally was from Muleshoe. At the time, Maureen was the youth director at the First Methodist Church in Las Cruces, and Robert was visiting his aunt and uncle who lived in Las Cruces. They met at church, and his aunt did not go to church that particular Sunday morning, and he told her that afternoon that he had met the girl he was going to marry, and that he did on November 22nd, 1951, at the YL Methodist Church near Muleshoe. Their first home was in El Paso. Because of his teaching abilities, he was an instructor for the soldiers in using the 45 millimeter guns. In 1953, when Robert got out of the Army, they went to Dallas for a very short period of time looking for a job. He was hired by Liberty Mutual Insurance as a claim agent, and they sent him to work in Oklahoma City. In November of 1954, they moved from Oklahoma City to Muleshoe to farm with the encouragement of Maureen's father, Mervyn Wilterding. After 2 years, he started farming on his own, but after several years of bad crops, he came to town and asked Jack Morris for a job at Muleshoe Motor Company, and that was in 1970. He was hired, and he worked full-time at Muleshoe Motor, and also was farming at night on the side. Muleshoe Motor was located at that time at the crossroads here in Muleshoe. Jack Morris later moved to Plainview, and Robert had already started buying into the dealership, and on New Year's Day, 1972, Robert Hooten moved into a brand new building at 12th and U.S. Highway 84, and he became an outstanding Ford dealer during that time period. he was in business for 46 years here in Muleshoe. Robert and Maureen have 3 children, Gayla Gear and her husband Joe, and Gary and his wife Holly all live in Muleshoe, and Larry and his wife Wanda live in Dallas. They have 5 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. Robert has always been active member of the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe and has been the president of the official board of the church and a member of the finance committee a number of times. He also has always been very active in our community and was named the Man of the Year by the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture. He is a member of the Rotary Club, a former member of the Lions Club, and 3 times he was president of the Texas Automobile Dealers Association and also a member of the National Association. Robert Hooten is a dedicated family man. Happy 90th birthday to you, Robert Hooten, our dear friend. God bless you and Maureen and your family.
The Sweetheart program has been brought to you today by Hereford Feed Ingredients. You can find it on Reach Broadband Channel 6 in our rotation. Also, MuleshoeTV.com on our website. Click on the Sweetheart link at the top of the page. If you'd like to nominate someone to be our Sweetheart here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, MuleshoeTV.com. Call 806-272-3990. We need a short biography and a picture.